Anthony A. Kimaru. He will be giving us some insights from academic and research perspectives in relation to science and policy interface. Dr. Kimaru is the Tanzania country representative for C4 and ICRAF. He holds a BSc and an MSc in forestry with specialization in agroforestry from Sokoine University and a PhD from the University of Toronto. Previously, he was a lecturer at Sokoine University of Agriculture and the University of Saskatchewan. I hope I pronounce it properly.
Sure.
His research focuses on climate-smart agriculture, agroforestry, carbon sequestration, soil fertility, and bioenergy. And he has under his wing publications, over 50 peer-reviewed publications. Karibu sana, Dr. Anthony.
Asante sana, thank you. And I'm glad to be part of this group. This is what I'll talk about, pretty much the context of agroforestry in dryland. A lot have been said, but I'll just highlight a few things. And then the evidence on science behind what you have heard from previous speakers and what I have from the natural science point of view. And then the linkage, how we move from science to that. So in brief, many have been said, but agroforestry is nothing else apart from having trees in the agricultural landscapes, interacting with crops, livestock, in different forms and the arrangements. We have heard from the farmer, and we have seen in other slides that different arrangements. And what roles does it play in drylands? There are many, but I'll focus on the two red one, climate resilience and the soil and water conservation or landscape restoration, to show the evidence of science behind what has been said and what I have today. The rest are probably repetition. Next slide, please. So yeah, ICRAF published a book which is available online, explaining a lot of what trees is doing in the drylands, and it can be available on that link. And some of the pictures or things we'll do, they come from that. So first, in the climate resilience, as you see on the left, it's the process whereby you see that you have climate distress from the sun mode up there, and on the left, where you see that without trees, you have stress, heat stress because of the solar, direct sunlight, open fields, and all this result in the low yield and the degraded ecosystems. We just heard from the previous speaker where you have a picture of land that has no inclusion of youth, but all it means that if it's not well managed as well. And then on the right, you see what trees is filtering and what is modifying the environment to make it much better for crop. We all know and talk more on the nutrient, okay, soil fertility. This is for the habial bidder, but any tree will recycle the nutrient as well. But there are many other non-nutrient factors. So you see that the climate there is moderated and becomes favorable. And this is the real life of what we see from the model in Tanzania, the FDB Albida, and all that it's doing to create good environment, including light conditions. But even in Dodoma and the dryland, baobab, we know it from the fruits, we know it from the value chain, but if you observe clearly, you see agroecological impact just under the tree because of this moderated microclimate. There's no nutrient here. So this is backed up. And then on the land restoration, we see that, yeah, I mentioned last time, this is degradation numbers in East Africa, 50 to almost 20 areas that has been degraded. But trees play roles. And our research, what you see on the right, is that presence of trees can regulate soil conditions and contribute to reduce erosion. And this is the work that was done in several sites, including Pemba, Shinyanga, Kondoa. And we are looking at the amount of water infiltration as a function of distance from the trees. what you see down here is that around the tree canopy, you have high infiltration. It means the soil is better, there's no compaction, and that means the land is really enhanced and degradation is reduced. Next, please. Next slide. Yes. So science generates evidence, and it's or knowledge, and that knowledge is based on the problem. And when we are doing the transfer, either through the forum like this or through scaling, we are getting to bring that knowledge into practice, and at the same time, it's influencing policy. And through that practice and policy issues, you get feedback to refine the knowledge that is generated by science. So this is the important linkages that we need to establish either through different forums, including the one that we are at, in order to ensure that at least we have a close and informed decisions and also practice on the ground. But the other part is engaging stakeholders. We are also able to build the capacity where there is a knowledge gap, but you also to ensure that you bring different strengths in along the chain of agroforestry, from production to the market and social issues we have heard. Policies are there, and we have heard from previous, and these are really important. For these slides, I would like to focus on the knowledge. Our agroforestry policy brief is also talking on that. There's really need to strengthen the knowledge right from the primary to university, and especially on the extension systems, there's a divide. You have a lot of agriculture extensionists, which are very good, knowledgeable on agronomy, breeding, soil and water conservation, but they have probably limited knowledge about where trees to plant, which arrangement, and how can the tree coexist. And this can really mess up things. Then we have foresters who are not many on the ground. Then we have project-based staff, like what we do in our projects. But we need to strengthen the extension system to ensure the practice is there, and also to address issues of design that are listed there. Next, please. Yes, so to conclude, as we see that there's a lot of partnership, different stakeholder, and opportunities are there from carbon farming, from nature-based solutions, where we can bring different partners, including private, including business partner, and as well, there are a number of policies. I think the PS and other people have spoken about policy in Tanzania and Uganda that can really put up the stage for us to act. I think that's the last slide. Next one. And I want to thank you for listening.